Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to the Lead Laced Anarchy channel here on YouTube. I'm, as always, your host, Eric the Hot Patriot. We're going to do a little comic stream tonight, here for a little bit. Basically, I would have done this on my open channel, but apparently at 5:30 this morning, the cocksuckers here on YouTube gave me a fucking channel strike on that for yesterday's Cooking with a Network episode. Don't know why. Don't know why. They claim it was medical misinformation, which is absolute bullshit. Um, Probably what I called out some things relating to my mother would be my guess, honestly, there, and I'll leave it at that. So, yeah, it's a bunch of horseshit either way. Fucking scumbags. I'm gonna have to get some money together and do up the StreamYard on this account for at least a month anyway, so I can at least get the download for that whole thing and put it up on Rumble or something, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, my cousin came out here earlier tonight. Finally got back to the comics over here in the corner. So I was going through some boxes that were on top of some other boxes and stuff. Didn't realize that apparently the two boxes that were taped up were actually full of comics themselves that I'd apparently put into bags over the years. And by years, I mean like literally they've been sitting here for like probably 20 years now at this point or close to it anyway, without actually being taped up. So we're taping them all. Tonight's what it is then. Got a bunch of different stuff here. Obviously got Ultimate Fantastic Four number 21 from back in the day there. Got a whole bunch that I've already taped up here of various stuff from House of M back in the day. House of M sketchbook. Got this is actually worth some money right here. Young Avengers number 5. Got Cable and Deadpool number 17 from House of M. Got Iron Man, 1 of 3 from that time period. Got Fantastic Four House of M number 1 of 3. The Pulse number 10 that was part of the House of M crossover. Uncanny X-Men 462 that was part of that crossover. And a couple of Incredible Hulks from that crossover, which was 83 and 84 respectively. So pretty cool shit, honestly. The House of M was an interesting storyline for sure back in 2004 / I think it was all the way to 6 maybe or so. It was at least 2004 2005 anyway. But yeah, it was an interesting storyline because it was basically the gist of it was you had Magneto, or sorry, not Magneto, you had Polaris, and actually going back to things that spanned out of it there, obviously you had Young Avengers span out of it, which was, I'm trying to think which one of these guys it was now. Or if they weren't in that one. No, I guess they weren't in that one. Okay. Yeah, but you had, it was, what do you call it now? What's her face's kids? Scarlet Witch's children that existed in that universe or whatever. Then became sentient beings in the main Marvel 616 is what it was for Young Avengers, which were Speed and Wiccan respectively is what it was there. So it's pretty interesting too. Pretty interesting storyline overall. Basically, it allowed Marvel to create something really interesting out of the whole thing. But yeah, the whole House of M storyline was basically Scarlet Witch using her reality warping powers to essentially create like this utopia universe called House of M, where Magneto was basically a king, more or less. And you had obviously Scarlet Witch was like the main architect behind the thing, and then you had who was it now? Yeah, you had her be the architect kind of chick behind what was there. And then you had Polaris was part of that. You had pretty much everybody from the 616 universe get crossed over into that more or less at the time. And then it became like its own thing. And then of course you had it end with the whole No More Mutants thing is what it was. And then you had like basically it was the Decimation storyline came directly out of that is what it was then. Where you had it was like 90% of the world's mutant population was destroyed basically, where their X genes no longer existed, what it was, or something like that is what it came to be then. So And then, of course, you had, for a while there, it was like actually no more mutants being born at all until I think it was Messiah Complex was the next big storyline in Marvel back then, where you had the character of Hope basically being created, and she ended up being put in a situation where she was basically the baby Messiah that Cable then took in the future and did some crazy shit with, or whatever the case be. That was when they made Bishop a bad guy, which I was not really a fan of, honestly, because I always liked Lucas Bishop as a character. So kind of sucked for him, but it was what it was at the time. Sorry, I was doing this thing right now, and this fucker was really giving me shit right now. So. Okay. Have to grab a couple more off of that later. What it is? Sorry, I'm doing my my recount things for bingo right now in this game, and yeah, it took me fucking forever to get the things. I think it was like 10 free ones, and I pretty much used them all up for that one because it wasn't giving me no damn numbers at this point, which is such bullshit entirely. It's just how they fuck you in the game, by the way, with the RNG and crap like that is what it is. So yeah, needless to say, I'm pretty pissed off about getting fucked over by with some bullshit channel strike on my open channel then, because it'll be there for at least a week. I'm actually calling it right now, appealing that shit because I think it's absolute bullshit entirely. I'm sure I'll get fucked over on appeal or whatever the case be. I was trying to bring up what it actually, because they usually do like a timestamp of what it actually was you said or whatever there, but like it didn't actually have like a timestamp or whatever there, like loading for it properly or whatever. So I'm still not sure what the hell was even said there that caused it, but yeah, like, this is the problem, dude. Like, respect freedom of speech, YouTube. Seriously, like Google, fucking respect my freedom of speech. Respect everybody's freedom of speech, assholes. Or get fucking sued, motherfuckers. That's about what I'm at. I'm to that point right now, dude. And I got money coming in pretty soon that I could easily sue your fucking asses over this shit, dude. And start a class action against you fuckers and take this goddamn site on that shit, which may be what actually happens pretty damn soon, honestly. Because it's getting to that point where the content creators like myself should be the ones owning this fucking site, honestly. Not you fucking assholes at Google. So. Because if it wasn't for us doing the content creation, you wouldn't have shit here to fucking have people watch is what it is, dude. So. But anyway. I assume they'll crack down more and more as time goes by, though. Especially as we get closer and closer to the election cycle now. But anyway, yeah, so going back to the comics talk, though, we got a bunch of comics here that I'm going to go through, obviously. Got all this House of M stuff I need to put in this box right now. Trying to separate these to a point where we can actually have it be in almost like a kind of a read order here. But yeah, I got a bunch of shit here. Got Ultimate Fantastic 421, Ultimate X-Men 61, Ultimate Spider-Man 79 and 80. We got Spider-Girl number 88 right there, which was the when they made Peter Parker's daughter into a thing. There was a lot of weird comics that I grabbed that were like whatchamacallits too, like this one, X-Men Kitty Pryde, Shadow and Flame. It was a 5-issue limited series. I'm not sure if I got all of them here or not, but I got at least 2 of them though. And we had stuff like this. Arena, the Heart of the Spider, which was the chick they made a Spider-Man or whatever the case be. These might be worth a little bit of money, though. I'm not sure, honestly. I know they're at least face value worth anyway. And of course, we got good old Exiles book right there, number 67. And then this was another limited book right here from 2000, somewhere between 4 and 6, called Machine Teen. which I'm sure is probably just face value. Probably nothing more than that, I'm guessing. And I got some free comics down here from that same time period, or like 2007, 2008, someplace in there. So I'm going to go ahead and just start taping the backs of these and throwing them in here then, if that be the case. So, but yeah, there were some interesting books back then. And like I said, I decently collected for about probably 3 or 4 years there, between like, I would say roughly 2003 to like 2007 to 8, somewhere in there. So, and the reason I say that specifically is because the free comic books I have that were sitting in the one thing in the one box there were from, I think it was 2008. So that was probably like the last ones that I grabbed or something then. Because unfortunately there was a time where I think that might have been like the last year that Land of Crane was in business. Because that was the comic shop that I used to get a lot of my stuff from, and then it had gone out of business pretty much. Or maybe it was just a random comic book shop I ended up in to get those ones in 2008. Maybe that's what it was. So that would make sense. Like the one that opened by my buddy's place or something like that, where he used to have the old card shop there in the mall before it got closed down and now it's turned into a Meijer. So, but yeah, it's a bunch of shit all the way around, dude. But yeah, it's kind of fucked up that you have people that will ding your channel. You have fucking companies that will try to ding your channel for speaking like actual truth is what it is, dude. It's fucked up, man. It's literally suppression of truth at this point. But anyway, we're trying to fight the power. I doubt it'll end up on our favor, but who the fuck knows, dude? Like, it's such arbitrary bullshit, too, that didn't exist, like, a few years ago. That's what the most annoying part of it all is, dude. But anyway. So. Yeah, there were some pretty interesting storylines in Marvel in the 90s before they, or not 90s, early 2000s before they got bought up by Disney. And then, of course, it went all woke before or after that then. So it's just a matter of time before that was going to happen, though, because you just had all kinds of stupid shit back then. Actually, there were some interesting characters back in like the mid 2000s, right before they got bought up. Like there's a book I have over here sitting called Gravity. So if I can pull some of these out right now. There you got this big old stack right here. You got Marvel Team Up. You got the actual House of M, number 1 of 8. We got House of M, 2 of 8. We have Spider-Man, House of M, 1 of 5. A 6-issue set of books. This is number 4 of 6, called Spellbinders from that time period. We got District X, number 14, which is actually a really good book series back in the day. And I'm not sure where Mary Jane 1 through 3 are here. I'm guessing it's over in the other boxes over here. This is Mary Jane 404, apparently. And then we randomly have Gambit, number 12. We have Toxin, 3 of 6 for the series. That's actually a decent miniseries. I think at least one of those is worth money. We have Nightcrawler, number 7. And then we got Fantastic Four, 528. I'm not sure if I got 2, 3, or 4 on this, but I got Aurora Before the Storm, number 1 of 4. And then we got Arcana, Heart of the Spider, number 6. We also got that X-Men Kitty Pryde Shadow and Flame. That's the first of the 5 ones then. And then we had the Imperfects number 2 of 6, which is a miniseries. So, and like I said, we also got Gravity. It's number 2 of 5, which is actually a pretty good book series about a kid named I think it's Greg Willis, who basically has this like some kind of crazy gravity power is what it is there. So I'm trying to figure out where that one Kitty Pryde book was here, so I can throw it with the other one here. So top second, curler. I guess I would put it down there. Never mind, I'm retarded. So there, set that there. Go ahead and pull off a couple strips of tape here. Yeah, we're gonna do these House of M books all together. I think this will be. See if we can do the right read. I'm trying to figure out the read order for these right now. It'd be nice to have those just in a box, just in the read order is what it is. Also, one of the things I bought back in the day. Difference between Marvel and DC, by the way, was a big difference back in those days. It still is today, as far as I'm aware, or at least it was for a long time anyway. Because you had stuff like Teen Titans trade paperback here, which is The Future Is Now. This is the crossover that I got for that, and as you can tell, the actual pages of this were still just like paper. It wasn't like a glossy paper at all. This is actually not a bad read, though. Basically, the gist of it is it's supposed to be set in the future where I want to say it was supposed to be the Teen Titans had like flipped into like 2 factions, basically. And you had like this evilish faction in the future. Like, obviously, as the cover there shows, you had it was Connor Kent as Superman. Then you had I can't remember what that kid's name is. Tim Drake, I think is what it was Batman then. And the people were the people as well. Obviously, you had a different version of the Flash. You had a different version of Wonder Woman, etc., etc. And what's interesting about this book particularly was, I want to say it was Tim Drake's Batman in that kid gave 0 fucks about killing off the fucking Rogues Gallery, dude. I don't blame him, honestly. It's like, because that's the one thing about Batman, right? Like, you essentially, with Batman, have a mental patient beating up other mental patients. That's the truth of the matter, dude. Let's not bullshit at bullshit at this point. Like, Batman was fucking nuts. He was beating up other fucking nuts, is what it was. And instead of just killing these people, because they were all psychotic lunatics, like the Joker, etc. there, he fucking put them back into Arkham Asylum all the time and let them keep living. Tim Drake's like, nah, fuck that. Here's my fucking 45, bitch. Bang, bang. So, yeah. When I say that kid gave 0 fucks, I mean he gave zero fucks at all, dude. So, yeah. He didn't give 2 shits about who dies. So, and good on him, man, because sometimes you just gotta kill a motherfucker. That's what it is, dude. So we got Astonishing X-Men, New Avengers, House of M, 4 of 8. I think so. Then would be 3 of 8. Yeah, 3 of 8, 4 of 8. Books right there. Frame properly. Also got Spider-Man, House of M. That was 1 of 5. And then we got the 2 House of M books there that were the, what you call it? There should be 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 in this someplace. I think. I don't know if it's in these ones particularly. It might be in ones already in the thing. So, or there might even be like another box here someplace I don't even realize I have. I just have some stuff in it then. So, but yeah, it's Is what it is, man. So, but yeah, it's interesting how differently things change when it comes to good comics versus bad comics. Like obviously you have, like I put on the actually I guess I put this as a comic stream because I was gonna do this as an actual grandstand on the main channel, and I was gonna label it as a before Marvel went woke. Says the truth of the matter, dude. And really, you look at the timeline of that, it's Disney buying them out in 2010 or so, give or take. And then it was right after that was when they started bringing all this bullshit identity politics crap and everything is what it was there. Where you had like every single writer being like, well, now we got to do this stupid shit or this stupid shit. Or you had the one cover where it was, I'm trying to remember what that one girl's name is now. She was Hawkeye's chick for a little bit. And she was basically wearing like a futurist female t-shirt and stuff like that on the fucking cover. And it's like, that's so fucking dumb, dude. Like, get that shit the fuck out of here, bro. Like, just write a good book, damn it. And I know that's why there was a Black Panther series. And I believe it was around like 2012 or 2015, maybe, someplace in there. I think maybe it was 2015, 2016, somewhere in there. And it was these dumbasses that were behind it writing this book that was legitimately nothing more than a fucking thank you to BLM terrorism is what it was, dude. And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? And thankfully that shit was canceled pretty quick on because nobody wanted to read that crap as what it was. That's the whole point, right, of comics is comic books are meant to be an escapism from reality. It's not meant to be, hey, let's go from reality to another reality that's the same fucking reality. It's like, no, it's meant to be a way you can chill out and read something to escape your own reality and stuff like that for a little bit of time and be able to do whatever then. It's not, hey, let's be fucking retarded and then wonder why people are going to not read our bullshit. That's what it is there. And the truth of the matter is that's what it is, dude. It's you fucking being dumb is what it is, people. So, like, don't create dumbass bullshit and have people not be wanting to read your crap is what it is. That's, by the way, why a lot of these books I have in my hands right now are going up in price because everybody wants to read this old stuff is what it is. Because it's before it really went woke and stuff. Which makes logical sense, dude. I mean, you think about it, I can't remember what these were about. This is 5 and 6 of these, though, so I would have to have 1 through 4 over in the other ones, though. This was a limited series called Live Wires, where I believe it was the kids were, like, they thought they were kids, but they were actually machines or something. I can't remember the actual storylines offhand on that one. I think maybe that's what it was. They all thought they were, like, teenagers or something like that. And turned out they were actually, like, machines designed to look like teenagers or something. Again, there was a lot of random stuff I picked up back in the day that I probably shouldn't have. Because, again, it's not really worth. I think with these ones, they're more or less worth face value of, like, $3 is what it is. So it's not like, like, oh, hey, here's, like, a $20 bill in my hand. It's like, no, here's, like, whatever the fuck the face value of this book is. So it's either keep it or sell it off for hopefully that price then. But yeah, it is what it is, man. I did figure out today, though, that I have apparently multiple copies of Young Avengers #1. So that's cool. Except the one right here on the cover, on the sides of it, it's got like some weird, like, it almost looks like somebody took like they were cutting like the box or something like that, and almost like had like some slash marks from where they were cutting the box open or something like that. So it wasn't cut through, thankfully, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like worth quite a bit less just because of that, though. I know the actual regular version, when that's in like pretty much near mint, is supposed to be worth like, I believe it's like $130 or something. So it'd be nice to get close to that out of this, then if that be the case. But who knows? Who knows if that'll happen or not. But anyway. Grab a few more of these books right here, so it'll be trying to figure out where my House of M stuff is here, so I can keep that all together, so it'll be done. Okay, so we'll do grab all these books out of here. So we got House of M, Astonishing X-Men, New Avengers, 3-4. We got Spider-Man 1 of 5. And then we got the actual House of M books there. 1 and 2. I think we'll throw the sketchbook in front of everything else then. And then we'll just slide everything there, so it'll be then. So, and that should be able to be good for the time being then. And then we'll simply put the rest of these in this box. And that way we can do everything else then. I swear I have another version of Gravity here, but maybe I'm wrong about that one. Yeah. I don't know anymore. I'm pretty sure I got all 5 of the books of that. It's just the other ones will be over on the thing probably someplace. We just got set down or whatever then. So, but yeah, there were some pretty interesting storylines back then, in the 2000s and stuff like that. I know they did for the X-Men, the animated series, 97 that came back here. They did Operation Zero Tolerance for like the last little bit of that then, which I never actually read that book crossover, but I did understand. I got what it was about. That was what it was, and it was basically just like, you know, dude creating like some crazy ass version of a Sentinel, basically is what it is there for that Bastion character. I think it was right after that is when I got into comics, actually. So, for a few years, which obviously my personal passion for comics came out of 4-H, actually, of all things, because I took a project back in, I believe it was 2003, maybe 2002, which was, I forget, it was something about like writing or, no, sorry, it was collecting. That's what it was. It was, you were supposed to collect something, whatever the case be, and I was like, oh, let's just collect comics. And then I was able to see the time period between when they went from $2.25 a piece to, I believe it was, they had jumped to 75 cents at $3 then. Like I think there was a slight bit of time where it was like $2.50, and then it was like legitimately like $3 within like time span of like less than a year, I believe is what it was. Like it was real fucking quick. So, but yeah, it's just very interesting, dude. Very interesting how things work out like that. This Mary Jane comic right here. This was basically some weird little miniseries they did where I believe it was supposed to almost be like Mary Jane's origin story, like outside of Peter Parker and stuff like that. I can't remember what this Gambit book was about, though, actually. Let me go ahead and pop this bad boy out of here. See if I can't figure that out then. Let's see. Remy LeBeau, the mutant known as Gambit, once again has found himself up to his neck in trouble. Okay, just like Gambit story then. Actually, this wasn't really that bad of a. See if I can pull that out there. That's some pretty good artwork, actually. By who's the artist on this? Should say here some clue. This is August 2005. So, yeah, let's see. We had penciler George Genty, inker Don Hillman II, and then colors by Tom Chu. So, yeah, not terrible. Like I said, just an interesting, like Gambit limited series, I think is what it was, or something back in those days. So, Toxin was an interesting comic though, because it was apparently, I guess with the Venom symbiotes, it's every so often you'll have one that will basically give birth to the next one, whatever it is. And in this case, it was Carnage giving rise to Toxin, who apparently was the actually, as it says right there, son of Carnage. New Avengers tie-in. But yeah, the interesting with Toxin was you had it was a cop named Pat Mulligan, I believe is what it was. And he was actually, of all the symbiotes, he wasn't a psychotic maniac, which is kind of interesting. Now, granted, that being said, I guess Eddie Brock over the years and stuff like that was kind of rewritten to be not a psychotic lunatic either, because he actually ended up being, I know in the Toxin books, he actually saves Toxin from being killed by Carnage. And then it's basically great, because essentially what it is that Venom is actually obviously the father of Carnage, and so he'd be the grandfather of Toxin. And then you had that Pat guy basically dedicate his life as Toxin to helping people do good and stuff like that, and like helping out with like, fight evil basically is what it is, which is interesting because obviously the other symbiotes are a bunch of nutters and stuff like that for the most part. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting though, dude. The thing about the symbiotes themselves though is what it is that the issue with all those things is you basically had a bunch of things that were essentially pure evil is what it is, dude, in many cases, that were also living beings for that matter. And so what ended up being the case there was if they didn't want you to be protected by them, you wouldn't be. Like, you would just be dead. Which was the case in the one I forget what the one comic was. It was like Marvel Knights or something, where it was you had the Venom symbiote be captured. This is after Eddie Brock had, I guess, abandoned or something. I forget if it was that case. Maybe to abandon him because he was like cancer ridden or something, I think, at one point. Which then we had the whole anti-Venom storyline happen after that, is what it was. But yeah, you had a point in time where basically the Venom symbiote didn't want Eddie Brock or whatever because it realized like he wasn't like healthy or something, I think is what it was, or something along those lines, what happened there. And so you end up having a situation there where somebody, it was some gangster guy or something, had got it in some auction or something. Like it was like some weird like supervillain auction thing or something like that, where they had the symbiote itself like in like a crazy container thing, and it was supposed to like attach itself to like whoever the fuck like won the bid or something. And so you had like some gangster guy basically buy it for his son. And then what ended up happening was it realized this kid was a fucking pussy. And you had Venom leaping over buildings and stuff. And literally mid leap, it's like, see ya, motherfucker. And like jumps off this kid and like lets him fall to his death then. It's really fucked up. And then it was after that, it went to Matt Gargan, who was the Scorpion at the time. And attached itself to him then. Because it realized like he was way more of a badass. It could be more badass and stuff. So Actually, one of my favorite comic storylines was an Ultimate X-Men. I think it was about 5 or 6 issues. And it was about Cannonball's family. Specifically, that was how they introduced Icarus, a.k.a. Jay Guthrie, who they then called Josh for some reason after the fact. Or no, sorry. I think it was Josh. I think originally it was Joshua, and then they called him Jay or something like that because they couldn't have 2 Joshes in the fucking Young Avengers. What it was, or not Young Avengers, Young Mutants at the time, or whatever. Then, or not Young Mutants, New Mutants. The version with Surge and them guys in it, which is so fucking dumb, by the way. They could have easily had that be a thing. So people are just stupid, is what it is. Stupid and lazy writers is what it really is in many cases. But yeah, it was basically a Romeo and Juliet type of. That was interesting. This one purely went down on its own like that, to where it's not being held in place by anything, but it's like pretty much perfectly in place to be taped down then. So that's cool. Wish they'd all ended up like that, but unfortunately that's not the case though. So that will be one that will be there. Finish this off with Machine Teen. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be like Machine Man, like a new variant of that or something. Again, it's just like a weird little mini series they did for like 6 months or something in the 2000s. That was when Marvel basically were, I think they were on their like last legs and they realized this, so they're just like, fuck it, let's just throw everything out there we can and see if people actually buy it or not. And people like me in some cases did, is what it was. So, and then like I said, going to other stuff though, I think this is 2008 time period. You had a free comic book day, had a Hellboy comic, had a Superman. This was some kind of Marvel book that was made, Solaria, something like that. We had Marvel Avengers, Iron Man, Hulk, and Spider-Man. And then this one I found earlier, which I thought was weird. It was X-Men the movie, exclusive Toys R Us. So, I don't know if that's really worth anything or not right now. I thought that was interesting when I saw that earlier. I don't think it was a free comic book day when it was just something else I found in the books is what it was then. So, I'm not sure when I would have picked this up, honestly, unless it was like a trade or something. Or it might have been something where it was like a, it was either at a place or it would have been, whatchamacallit or whatever then. Yeah, I know a lot of these free comics that were like, obviously the face value on them is $3, but the face value on them was free, but the actual price of them was worth about $3 or $4, what it is usually. Sorry, there's like some dust or dirt on the back of this I'm trying to get off of it so I can actually put this tape on here. It won't like be all shitty or whatever. So. Because the last thing I want is for this not to stick properly. But anyway. But yeah, there was some interesting stuff there, is what it was. And like I said, I assume a lot of these are like probably about $3, honestly, give or take. For the free comics, here's what it is, but who knows? If nothing else, I'd probably just sell these in a lot with some other shit then. Like a whole bunch of stuff. Just be like $150, all of it. Like knowing it was all like $2 and $3 comics basically. So yeah, the one thing I would not do though is I would never sell things that I've had sitting around for 20 something years now without knowing the price of them, obviously. And like I said, looking at there's like a lot of like weird, I don't know what it is, dude. I think it's just dust shit from like decades of just buildup of what is there. Or even like flakes from the box itself or something, maybe. These were sitting at these sleeves were sitting in then. Which is very possible considering there's like a pound of dust on the box, basically. Yeah, same thing on this one right here. You can kind of see it's got like a little, it's like a little like, I don't know if it can be shown up on camera there. It's like a little shitty like, yeah, kind of shit up there. A little bit of shitty dust basically is what it is there. Like it might be worth it to just take like a thing and like wipe this off with some water without the comic in it or something like that. And like let it dry out. The problem is it takes so long to get that dry though. It's not really worth it, honestly. It's better off to just simply put the tape on there and hope it sticks then. So, anyway. Still got that bunch down here to do. Let's see what else we got here. I think I mentioned that one. We got Nightcrawler here. Nightcrawler number 8, actually. We got... this was a small mini-series. It was Weapon, Days of Future Now. I'm guessing that was a Weapon X, maybe. Oh, yeah, I guess it is Weapon X. Now let's see the X on that now. So, I don't know if that's worth money or not. Got Ultimate Iron Man number 3. We got X-Men number 173. And then that Spellbinders thing, number 5 of 6. So... I also got some other X-Men books down here too as well, but I'll just grab these ones for the time being. I'm not sure how much tape I have left in this thing right now because a bunch of those were like partials. Obviously, I already used up one completely on about probably 30 or 40 books tonight. So I'm hoping we got enough in this one and the other one then to do all the rest of these right now. But who knows? Yeah, X-Men was one of my bigger books, though. And, of course, this is also around the time I was writing my own comics of an alternate universe, basically set in present day. Obviously, this was back in 2004, 2005. And that was when the 2025 universe was created. In my head and on paper. So, unfortunately, it never got off the ground because it would have required me to actually be hired by Marvel to write the books, obviously. Because otherwise I would have been doing the shit independently and gotten my ass sued because I was using like copyrighted materials or what it is at the time or whatever then. Or copyrighted character. But it wouldn't have technically been copyrighted characters to a lot of, well, some of it would have been because it would have been like because pretty much the books themselves would have been based on the kids of a lot of X-Men currently. And so it would have technically been like their children. But then there's other ones that like were sort of just like obviously like Marvel properties basically what it is there. And it would have been just like random characters that were sort of like more unknowns and stuff that were maybe in the books like once or twice here and there over the years and stuff. So, but yeah, there was some interesting stuff in those ones though. For that universe, it would have been basically. I may just have to fan fiction that shit one of these days because I have a bunch of stuff written down in different pages and stuff like that, and just different places and everything. And I think it'd be worth it to just do as a fan fiction universe at this point, honestly. Seeing as how next year will be the time period it was supposed to be set in then. So, and ironically enough, you still have people like Cyclops and Emma Frost and stuff like that is like younger, even though they're like obviously like way the fuck old at this point. Or at least they should be way the fuck old at this point. Let's see, we got Astonishing X-Men number 11. We got Cable and Deadpool number 16. X-Men Unlimited number 9. which it says, this issue, Wolverine dies. And then we had another set of books here, which is, this is part of one of them, actually. This was Who Will Be the Last Hero Standing, issue 1 of 5. I think I have the other 4 here as well. And we got New X-Men Academy X, number 15. I'm not sure if that's worth money or not, actually. I should go look that up right now. Let me go look it up right now and see if that's actually worth anything. Let's see here. So we got... Gotta move these aside for the time being. It's New X-Men. X-Men Academy X. Okay. Need to redo that then. Okay. This says 2018. Huh. Or that was actually the complete one. Never mind, I'm retarded. Okay, so it would just be probably under a New X-Men then, maybe. X-Men. Let's see here. Got New X-Men Hellions. Would it have been volume 2, maybe 2004, 2008? That sounds right. Yes, this would have been okay. Okay, so 15 would have been face value, $3. That's whatever, dude. Yeah, face value, $3. That sucks. It sucks knowing that, honestly, dude. Like, knowing that, you know, something you wish was worth, like, a lot more is only face value. So, plus the fact, like, it's the same thing, like, with coinage, too, for that matter, dude. It's like, you know, you have something sitting in your possession for, like, you know, 20, 30 years, whatever it is there, and then it turns out that it's only worth, like, $10 more than you paid for it, or whatever the case be, or it's pretty much exactly what you paid for it, like, 20 years ago in some cases. Like, it's kind of fucking ridiculous of this, dude. Which is the same deal like that. And of course, you got New Avengers, The Century, Part 1 and Part 2. So, 7 and 8 respectively there. We got New X-Men Hellions, 204. With Dust Sweet Ass Booty. Actually, Dust is probably one of the hottest characters in that whole thing. That never really got much play because of fucking Islam. Because she was in that whole Najib, whatever the hell it's called, the whole like black burqa thing is what it is there. So, which is so stupid, dude. Like, we get you're Middle Eastern, nobody cares. Now show your hot ass to everybody. So, because like I said, she was a good looking chick, honestly, dude, in those books. Like when they actually shoot her face a couple of times. Which I believe honestly, like there is a conspiracy out there of specifically Islam hiding hot women behind fucking masks, basically is what it is there. Because they don't want Western dudes to find out and want to bang some Persian puss. Which would make total sense, by the way. So some people would probably say I'm crazy on that one, but I really don't care. Because I believe I'm probably right on that. So, let me see here. So we got Last Hero Standing. Where's the other? I feel like there's another one down here. There might be other ones as well on that one. Let's see, we got the official handbook of the Marvel Universe, Fantastic Four, 2005. We got Free Comic Day X-Men. I think that's about worth $3 or so, give or take. Oh, here's the first issue of that Gravity shit, or that Gravity comic. We got, what is this one? X-Men number 171. With some real creepy looking bitch in the middle. We also got X-Men number 172 with the same creepy ass chick. Yeah, Amazing Fantasy featuring Scorpion. That might be worth some money, actually. I know that chick's first appearance, I think, was worth a few bucks anyway. I'm not sure if that's what the one is or not. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and tape this shit up right now. Yeah, I know the original Amazing Fantasy 15 was where you had Spider-Man first appear, and that's worth the most for the Peter Parker. So, which makes logical sense. It's just like how NYX number 3 was actually the first appearance of X-23, which I do have a copy of that over in the boxes over yonder. Problem with that is it's not a great copy because unfortunately I didn't have a good copy that I got that one, and it was you had a messed up staple on it, so not that it would be worth anything or not. Like, I'm assuming it was worth something, obviously, but it's not like near mint or whatever the case be then. So, here we go. You got Last Hero Standing 205. 205. 305. 405. And 505. So, got all the Last Hero Standing books there. That's good. Go ahead and do those ones up. Yeah, it's interesting in this one. It's obviously Spider-Man's daughter, because you got the Spider-Girl tits there is what it is, versus some kind of Captain America. So, yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do those ones up real fast. Here's what it'll be. So, anyway, but yeah, it's interesting, man, when you start looking at stuff and figure out like who's who and what's what and whatnot. And then of course you had there's a couple of comics I wish I had gotten into or stayed in with and gotten after the fact, like the stuff that was part of the initiative and stuff like that, because I think there's a couple books there of characters that are actually worth a little bit of money as well. Unfortunately, I did not. Mostly at the time, I think it was a mix of two things. It was the fact that I was still, kind of poor as fuck at the time, and then Mom was essentially funding my comic addiction for a little bit there is what it was, and then eventually she's like, can't do it anymore, son. And I was like, all right. And then obviously, again, that was around the same time that Marvel was going into bankruptcy and then eventually being bought out by Disney. And I was just kind of over it at that point, honestly, because I think I'd moved back into MTG and stuff like that was what it was. Obviously, Magic the Gathering is what I'm talking about on that one, not, people that use that moniker name. So, but anyway, so it is what it is, man. Yeah, I'm kind of pissed about that channel strike on the open channel there, because it's a bunch of shit, dude. I wonder if they've gotten back to me yet or not. Highly doubtful, but who the fuck knows? Alright, those ones are all done. Try to get through all of these here in a little bit. I will say, with the amount I have sitting here right now, And how many I still have to tape up? They're on the footstool there. I think it's going to be a situation where most of this box is going to end up being filled. Because there is quite a few in this box right now. Like I would say this is probably about a good fourth of the way full right now for a long box. I'm not sure exactly what the actual hold capacity is here. But like an extra piece of flap, or what the fuck is that? Is that like a misrip or something? Yeah, looks like it's got a little tear there or something. Yeah, just put a third piece of tape there again. Get that tape down. Let's put a third piece of tape on this thing. But yeah, it's just crazy to think like how many other people say the exact same shit you say, but yet, oh, God forbid, you speak the fucking truth, and it's like, holy shit, nope, you're fucking canceled now, bitch. So fucking ridiculous is what it is. So, like I said, I really just think it's the company hitting on everybody right before the election. Here's what it is. Trying to get us wherever the fuck they can. Which is a bunch of bullshit in of itself, dude. Put that one down there. Do this Hellions book right here. Yeah, looks like we might have a little bit of a rip right there on the sleeve. Like a little nick right here at the top is what I'm talking about. Like I said, though, Dust is a hot piece of ass, dude, for real. She was one of the better characters in X-Men the End, actually. If you never read those books, I suggest you do. Get yourself a trade paperback of that bitch. Where it's like all of them together there. Because I think it was like 3 sets of books, if I'm not mistaken. And there were 6 issues each, is what it was. It was actually a really good storyline on that one. You had, it was supposed to be Bishop's daughter with, I believe it was Deathbird, I want to say, was her mom. And then you had Carol Danvers' Conscience was somehow in like a Shi'ar ship, I believe was what it was. And it was the Bishop's child and this, we're almost out of tape here on this one. Yeah, probably enough for like maybe 2 more books after this on this roll. But yeah, it was supposed to be Bishop's daughter and the Carol Danvers ship helping each other to like get shit done or something like that. And then from there, it was them basically working together to find other people to help and like trying to rescue like the X-Men or something at the time, I think is what it was, or something weird like that is what it was there. So obviously for other books we have sitting here right now, we got Great Lakes Avengers 3 of 4. We have a copy of Rogue number 12. Got Machine Team 2 of 5. Got Marvel Knights Spider-Man number 15. Speaking of the end, X-Men, The End, Heroes and Martyrs, Book 2. And we got Spider-Man Breakout and New Thunderbolts number 9, aka 90. So, yeah, I think we'll do this X-Men The End book with whatever's left of the end of this tape right here is what it is. So, that's if it doesn't rip off. Because it might just come pulling off completely. Nope, I think I have enough to do one more book after that then. So, but yeah, this would be, as soon as I tape this up, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. That girl right there is Bishop's daughter. And then that's her mom, Deathbird with her is what it is there. So, and they're fighting, I forget what that alien thing was called. Like the Brood or something, I think is what it was. So, yeah, this would have been issue 4 of book 2 then. So this would have been, there would have been 2 more after this. I feel like I have another The End book here someplace. Let's see if I can find that one. As it might be in the mix-up here on the thing still. Oh, speaking of cool stuff, obviously I got Spider-Man, Marvel Knights 16 there. But this one was actually pretty cool, actually. This is House of M, The Pulse, and it's a newspaper, basically. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, actually. Like, they basically, I mean, it was like a weird little, like, comic thing that cost 50 cents. But it's like an actual newspaper, basically. You can actually do, like, a fold-out. House of Magnus Gala this weekend. So, pretty cool, man. You can read like a newspaper, too. So, but yeah, it just folds up like a comic then. So, I'm assuming that's worth a couple dollars anyway. Fucking better be after 20-something years now. Because if it's not, that's some bullshit, bro. Like, if that's still worth 50 cents, I'm going to be fucking massively pissed right now, dude. Oh, there goes my last piece of tape right there. Okay. So what we're going to do with that is we're going to use the thing to slice that bitch in half. And then we'll simply go ahead and take this down. Tape it up then. But yeah, it's interesting to think about, like, that whole storyline. Because there was obviously, I think there was a couple, I think what it was with the House of M storyline was there was like a couple people that remembered like what the fuck was happening or something. But there's a lot of people who did not, is what it was there. So this was obviously dead in the water. So go ahead and toss that one for the time being. And then we got obviously Young Avengers number 6. $35. That's what this comic's worth right now. So that's a second copy I have because I have another copy over there in the other one with 1 through 5. So yeah. Jesus. Shit is not one to come together. So yeah, this one's worth, like I said, 35 bones, which is what I plan to get out of it, hopefully. And if somebody wanted to buy the entire Sidekicks 1 to 6, I'd probably sell it to them for about just over $200. That's about face value on it all is right now. I might cut my deal at just like $200 though. But yeah, that one's totally worth it though for sure. So anyway, trying to think now where I put the rest of these now. Okay, so do that one. Number 5 in front of that. Yeah, what's interesting with that particular set of books there is you had and of course we got this one, which is the official handbook of the Marvel Universe, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Avengers 2005. Go ahead and pull this bad boy out of here. It is kind of warpingly weird. Yeah, it's kind of bent oddly. Oh, yeah, it's just literally talking about like everybody that was Avengers and stuff like that. Jim Rhodes, Spider-Woman, Star Fox, Triathlon, etc., etc. Yeah, it's basically every single Avenger ever. That's what they were showing there. Try and bend that bitch back out a little bit. Here's what it is. Got the comic actually in it. And then throw it back in there. But yeah, it's interesting to see the difference between stuff there. So then my cousin also found stuff that I've been missing for some time as well, which was apparently the really weird ass extendable baton I bought years ago that really doesn't function properly because it was made out of like a bike chain or something that somebody did on there or something. I don't even know what the fuck it's made of, honestly. And then it's some other stuff there. But interestingly, though, going to comics that I didn't even realize I had multiple copies of, we actually have 2 separate copies of NYX number 6. So, which are both in pretty good condition, actually, compared to my NYX number 3 that's not. So, this was good. Find out what NYX number 6 is actually worth right now. So, let's see here. NYX 2003 to 2006. Nice. The number 6 is worth $16 a piece right now. That's good. Yeah, number 3, which is the first appearance of X-23, $575. Damn. We got number 4, which is also X-23 on the cover of that, $100 for that. We got number 2, which is worth $20, and number 1, which is worth $30. I'll tell you what, Caden Nixon was an interesting character in those books, dude, who really never got much play outside of that, which is kind of bullshit, honestly, dude, because Caden was a very interesting character in general. She could basically stop time is what it was, and that was where the whole book started off at there. Not to mention, I'm actually going to, because I got 2 of these here, obviously, I'm going to go ahead and pull one of these out after I tape up the other one here, and we'll talk about some of the artwork in these books. I can't remember if this was La Rocca who was doing these or if it was Middleton. Oh, sorry, never mind. It was somebody else at the time. Yeah, because that's the problem though with the NYX books. Like the first couple were really fucking good artistry because it was the one guy. And then it became like kind of shitty artistry after that because it was a different guy entirely. So, but yeah, it kind of sucks when you think about it, dude, how you have like one artist who is so fucking good, and then you have like this other artist who just like shits the bed, basically, is what it is there. So, but yeah, this one was Teraniski, I guess I pronounce the person's name. So let's go ahead and pull this out and see how good their artistry was in this, or if it wasn't that great at all. Oh, it's that little thing in the middle a little bit there. That was like a tear out piece or whatever there. Yeah, I guess their artistry wasn't like super terrible. It also wasn't that good compared to like Middleton or La Rocca or whatever the case be there. Like it was okay by comparison. Nothing to write home about though. Yeah, like that's nowhere near like the artistry you should have is what it is, man. So yeah, that was a mail-in thing there for the thing. So, yeah, like I said, it was okay. It wasn't great. I think honestly, after the appearance of X-23 in that book, like it kind of went downhill after that. Then for everybody else's storylines. So, District X though was an interesting comic as well because it was basically, I believe, set in the same area of where NYX was supposed to be set in or whatever. Then, so I'm trying to set these in between some stuff so they'll kind of. Hopefully they'll kind of like level out basically because they're kind of like weirdly like that kind of right now. I'm hoping they'll go like full on like that or whatever at some point in the future. So anyway, time is it? I gotta do some stuff real quick before I start taping again. I'm gonna have to get some more tape actually pretty quick here. Yeah, I should probably go get another piece of tape actually. So we won't start to do anymore right now. Let's figure this out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then all of these over here, which would be 8, 9. Or is that already done right now? I think this one might already be taped down. Yeah, it's already taped down. Okay. Take that one out of the mix. Go ahead and take this one out of the mix as well. See, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, at least 17 anyway. There's another X-Men The End. Heroes and Martyrs. This would be the second to last one of the, I believe, second book series. Or maybe it was the first book series. I can't remember offhand. Let's go ahead and pull this bad boy out, though. Yeah, nice thing about these is they did it previously, and then it was talking about Mr. Sinister. And you had Gambit and Rogue storyline here and everything like that. This obviously explained how Gambit was Sinister's son, I believe what it was. I believe this was supposed to be Gambit as an old man protecting his kids and stuff, which him and Rogue had like 4 or 5 children or something that was supposed to be there. So then you had Old Woman Rogue. So that's a pretty good one. Yeah, Old Woman Rogue was interesting. Again, this is supposed to be like, I think these books are supposed to be set like 30 or 40 years in the future or something like that. What it was. Maybe not quite that long. Like 20 years maybe or so, give or take. Because that would make sense because all their kids would have been like small children, but they would have been like old enough to where it would have been like obviously you have like a kid who was born like 10 plus years before that. So yeah, it's probably more like 15 years in the future, I'm guessing. Something like that. So, which wasn't too terrible. I don't know why this one says 325 on it. This is Marvel Knights Spider-Man number 11. Well, that apparently bought in like back issue or something. I don't know. We also had Captain America, The Winter Soldier, Part 1. I think that was the only Captain America book I picked up actually on that one. So. Grab these X-Men, the end books, put these together. So I know where they're at least. Speaking of crossover books, then we got New X-Men Academy X number 16, House of M crossover. So, yeah, very interesting stuff, dude, like I said. And I think there was definitely stuff there where you had, it was like pretty much everybody and their brother had a crossover there, where it might have been like a book or two during that time span of that storyline, which there was actually, when I was writing my comics years ago, I was actually writing a comic that was going to actually be like the biggest crossover comic ever. And it would have involved every single book from the universe I was creating. And you would have had, I forget how many books it was in total that were part of the crossover, but it was like, I think 63 or 64 issues for the actual crossover then. And it would have actually had it written that way. I think that's the problem with most of these crossovers and stuff, is that you don't have them doing the crossovers properly, where it like has like a particular read order, which it should have on the things in place, where it's like, you know, like book 2 of the read order or something like that is what it is, or something. Whereas the way I would have written the stuff, because of my autism and everything like that, it would have been like, nah, bitch, like, here is book 1 of 63. Here is book 62 of 63. Here is book 63 of 63, et cetera, there. So, like, it would have been done much better, honestly. But yeah, it was a whole storyline thing. It was pretty interesting. It would have basically been about sort of like a Weapon X program, doing some crazy stuff. I know I got a new X-Men. I believe it's Phantom Max's first appearance over in one of the boxes over there, which I know is worth quite a bit of cash right now. And there's a few other ones over there too that are worth some money. So let's see what else we got here. Got 8-page bonus story, Amazing Fantasy, featuring Scorpion and introducing Nina Price, Vampire by Night. That was supposed to be the niece of the Werewolf by Night guy, if I'm not mistaken. We also got new X-Men Hellions number 3. We got Marvel Knights 4 number 20. This is probably some of the best artwork here by a couple of these guys. I think this is still the same guy that did the artwork on this one. I'm going to pull this out real fast just to confirm. Yeah, this had some fucking really good artwork on it, dude. Like, if you want to talk about your hot ass fucking Invisible Woman, dude, like, that's the kind of artistry I'm talking about, baby. Like, big-titted Sue Storm and stuff like that, dude. Like, that's what we need, man. That's what America needs, is a big-titty Sue Storm. None of this, like, small-titty fucking Sue Storm anymore. So, yeah. Or I guess technically it'd be Sue Richards at that point, but either way, it doesn't really matter. Let's see what else we got on this list. We got Astonishing X-Men number 12. We have, from the House of M lineup, Mutopia 1 of 6, which was what District X became. And we obviously got Toxin number 4 of 6. We have Secrets of the House of M. And then we got Spider-Man 205 House of M crossover. So, yeah, we'll do all of those right now. We also had this one that was already done up earlier. Uncanny X-Men number 500, which I think is worth a couple dollars. It's like face value, whatever the case be, or maybe a couple of extra. No, sorry, it's a couple dollars over face value is what it is there. So not super worth a bunch of money, but you know, it is what it is, man. I actually have a lot of those 500s from back in the day. Like Spider-Man number 500, Fantastic Four number 500. Really anything that was done in that time period that was like number 500, I got it. So. Which I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Spider-Man 500 is worth actually a couple dollars right now when it comes to like pricing and stuff, like $10 or something, maybe something like that, $10, $15, something like that. Not sure exactly how much offhand, but go ahead and set that stuff with the rest of the stuff there. Then, of course, I also got for trade paperbacks the Amazing Spider-Man Skin Deep storyline. So, it's not bad. Not a bad read. I'm sure there's a couple other trade paperbacks. I got one of the comic boxes over there. Not sure offhand right now. I have to look into it. But anyway, I'm going to try to get these taped up as quickly as possible right now. So I can... Actually, I might just have to do it opposite way here. Just sort of... Before I do anything else, actually, I'm going to do this real quick because I just realized I got my stuff that I need to finish here is what it is. So, yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll actually just take all of these books, put them all up here that need to be taped up still, and then go from there is what it'll be. So, yeah, there's quite a few books here right now. So there's probably at least 100 here, if not more than. So it's quite a few for sure. Quite a few for sure. So anyway, let me grab that up real quick. Okay, so let's see, that's 10, 13. So that would make us to about 7, give or take. 2, 4, 5. All right, cool. It took us 5. But yeah, so basically what it is you have going back to the X-Men the End thing, there's what it is. You have that set of books being very interesting because, like I said, it's supposed to be the end of the X-Men and stuff like that. Like how everybody, but it's like basically nobody's off limits at that point, dude. Like everybody fucking dies in that book, basically, as far as I'm aware. For what I remember reading of it, though, maybe not quite like everybody, but like enough people die to where it's like pretty much everybody fucking dies. You know, like it's like nobody comes out unscathed on that bitch. So, anyways. Yeah, that's pretty wild though, man. What's even crazier is when you had like some of the other characters in that were basically like it was sort of interesting too because you had like a lot of characters that were like sort of like, you know, like background like mutants and stuff like that, like Slipstream and stuff, and I forget what his sister's name was offhand as well, like Lifeguard or something, I think was what it was. But yeah, you had like those two characters show up and they were like working for like one of the evil dudes, like Sinister or whatever the case be, doing like slave trading of mutants and stuff. Like, it was just crazy stuff, dude, entirely. And like the whole storyline was kind of fucking nuts, honestly, for the most part. Like, I was actually surprised some of the shit they were able to get away with in those comics. Just because, you know. But I mean, I guess it makes sense logically speaking now because, you know, stuff and things and reasons and all that good shit like that's what it is or something. So I don't know. It's all kinds of crazy though, that's for sure. And on top of that, you got everything else going out there and doing whatever then. So I think what I'm going to do here in a minute is what it'll be is that I'm going to take all of my books and I'm going to take it and do it so it's a deal there where it'll be all the House of M ones as soon as I finish doing all these right now. I'm going to go and I'm going to do a read order on the ones I have in place right now. I think there might be some other ones I don't have in these mix right now that I don't know exactly where they'd be at right now. But I think that they would, if they're not in this set right here that I have in my hands, they would be in the it's over there in the other boxes. So son of a bitch. We're fine. But yeah, so basically it would be a situation where you'd have like all the dudes everywhere is what it is or something. And so what you end up with is a situation there where all the books would be in sequential order then in the boxes would be then, hopefully. Which, like I said, I know there's some that I don't have here in my hands right now. I swear I have all of them though. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't stop reading until after the House of M storyline. Because now I have like 1 and 2 of, 8 is kind of an odd one. And it does make me wonder if I don't have the other 6 over there someplace. If I don't, I'm going to be pissed, honestly. Because I should. Because I swear to God, I remember reading like how the motherfucker ends. And that's when I stopped kind of reading is what it was then. I don't think I bought the House of M storyline or whatever the case be. Like, I'm pretty sure I literally just had the fucking books. So, I don't know, man. I would like to think that's not the case. So, who knows, though? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I did just buy the fucking trade paperback at some point. I guess only time will tell. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to take all these trades that I have, whether it be that Spider-Man Skin Deep or whether it be the over here. That's the Teen Titans book. I'm going to start shelving those bad boys onto a bookshelf here. And that way I can just have those ready to go then for later as it'll be then. Because that'll probably be like some of the stuff I actually do keep then. Because I'll tell you what, dude, comics are heavy as fuck, bro. Like, really fucking heavy. Like, I was trying to pick up one of these long boxes over here that was like all full up, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not going to break my back doing that. So I started pulling a few out, and I found a copy of some interesting stuff in there. I had a copy of one of the JSA books from DC, which I think maybe I bought. I think there was one time where I had bought like a few of their books or something like that as part of my stuff. Like I had started to like delve like a little bit into that stuff, whatever the case be, because there was like us. I think what happened was It was when I was at the old comic shop. I had picked up like one of the books. I thought it looked interesting, or whatever the case be. And then it was like, it turned out it was like the first issue of like a storyline or something like that. And I was like, well, fuck me then. I guess I got to buy the rest of the storyline now. And I think that's what it was. I spent like the next like X amount of months like just buying the rest of the fucking storylines, what it was there for that book. And going from there is what it would be. So, which would make sense because that's usually what I do when I, get into some things, what it is, and then, realize like, hey, can't just, walk into this and not, finish reading the rest of the story kind of thing is what it is there. I'll tell you what though, when it comes to comics, that was back in the day when nobody had a problem with big-breasted women, like you could have Power Girl with her fucking huge knockers, and as it should be, man. Because me as a dude reading this comic, I want to see some big ass fucking titties, baby. And that's the whole point. If you're gonna have an artist draw this chick as a big titted blonde woman, then that better be how that fucking character comes off in every single book in the future. Not some fucking, little teeny perky titted woman. Not some fucking flat chested hoe. No, it better be some like double or triple D's, motherfucker. So, for reals. And if you're not going to do that, then what the fuck you doing, man? Trying to appease some fucking third wave feminazi who doesn't even read your shit is what it is, dude, or pay you money. Like, that's the problem with some of these people, dude. It's like, it's just like Disney when they bought out Marvel here, dude. And they went all woke and stuff. It's like, dude, these fucking idiots that you're trying to appease do not buy your shit. Nerds, geeks, etc., like myself, buy your shit. That's why we have books in our hands right now, is what it is, dude, from the 2000s. Like, it's people like me that buy your stuff. It ain't some fucking purple-haired nut job over in fucking La La Land that buys your bullshit. No, it's some guy here in Ohio that does it. And I'm not gonna sit there and buy a bunch of woke-ass garbage that is just nothing but like anti-white hate in most cases. That's what some of that shit was, honestly, dude. When you start looking into some of those books people created, like there was a Black Panther storyline about BLM is what it was there. And it was nothing more than fucking anti-white racism, dude. And it's like, why the fuck would I read that shit? Oh yeah, that's right, I'm not going to. I'm not going to pay you money to do it either, for that matter. So good luck. You just lost a fucking customer, dickheads. And that's what it was for a lot of the times. There's what it is. They would lose customers. They would lose a lot of fucking revenue. And then they wonder why they've been bleeding money for years and years now is what it is. It's like, yeah, because you're fucking stupid. And you're trying to appease a lowest common denominator fucking set of jerk-offs that don't even pay your fucking monies. Do not even pay you money at all, dude, is what it is. It's the whole squeaky wheel gets the grease when in reality it needs to be the squeaky wheel gets the fucking kick in the head is what it is, dude. Or just gets their fucking tire kicked off the car is what it is then. It's like, change out the tire, bitch. And throw that piece of shit squeaky tire away completely. Don't know how much more I got left of this roll right now. Hopefully it's enough, but I doubt it. I'm going to try and stretch it, but again, it's starting to scrape right now. I don't know if that's going to be enough or not. Let's see how many more books I have to tape up here. There's only a few more. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Please get me through six books. I only need 12 more pieces. Nope, not going to be enough. Yeah, of course. Of course. There was actually a book going back to the Amazing Fantasy 15, or not Amazing Fantasy 15, this Amazing Fantasy book that's in my hand right here, where it talks about the introducing Vampire by Night. They actually made a offshoot called Vampire by Night based off of this book series. And it was specifically about that Nina Price character and how she was supposed to be, I believe, the niece of the guy who was a werewolf by night. And then it was essentially how she apparently had her uncle's werewolf powers or something, and then got bitten by some vampire dude in like Prague or some shit, I believe is what it was, or something like that. And then you ended up having a situation there where she was able to feed on people either in a werewolf form or in a vampire form. And she was doing so, and that was specifically the Vampire by Night book, if I'm not mistaken. It was her basically explaining, like, oh yeah, this is why I feed, how I feed, etc. And it was a way to basically make it so that people would not know the killings were done by like this, vampire-ish human is what it is there, and it could easily be, written off as like an animal attack or like animal mauling or something. That's what it was there or something. So it was pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting for sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go grab another roll of tape here because I don't know exactly how much is left on this one right now. I know it's not enough to do up the rest of these books. So my plan right now is to grab another thing and have enough so I can actually at least do these last 5 or 6 here that I got to do up. And then from there I will probably finish the stream on that one then. All right, let's see. This is the problem. We got like fucking 30 rolls of tape in this damn drawer up here, but the issue is that they're all like just a little bit on them, basically. They're all the very last little bits of their lifespan, more or less. So try and pull off what's left on this one right here. Probably enough on there for like maybe 2 more books here or something. There is a piece of something here. Looks like a piece of dust or something got on there. There, then. That should be fine after that, though. There, right. That Hellions book in there. So there's a little bit of like dust particles or something on the side of the tape now. It's coming to the end. Do our Marvel Knights 4 number 20 here. I think we're going to call it quits on that particular roll because it just, it's just not good quality right now. Let's grab one of these other ones over here then. Yeah, there's a little bit of shit on the very front piece of it there. Which we can easily just pull off and toss this piece of tape then. We'll just sit on that right now. There. Astonishing X-Men number 12. Back when Joss Whedon used to write comics and nobody knew he was actually a child molester. So, by the way, for those who don't know, Joss Whedon's 100% a pedophile. So is Bryan Singer, who directed the X-Men first couple of movies back in the 2000s. That's actually the real reason why that show, The Gifted, was actually canceled a few years back now, was because that was when the accusations were finally coming for his ass then. And Fox could not have their name associated with that douchebag anymore. And so they just cut ties and canceled what was otherwise a really good show because dickhead Singer being on as exec producer or something like that is what was there. So it's fucked up, man. But I think that's the last book we have now to do, so that's good. So, all right, let's figure this out now. How many books are even in this damn box? That's the question. Let's see what we got. A shit ton, apparently. I just realized that this one, that's a Captain America book. I must have sliced the thing on the back of this to make it more, down, because it's not quite as long as all the other books are. You can tell it's more like fit to form, whereas everybody else has a little bit extra room. There's what it is. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bunch of them here, dude. Yeah, I'm guessing there's at least 60 or 70 in that right now. Plus all the other ones here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 House of M books. Got the 2 Young Avengers books there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 books from the House of M. They're not all House of M's or whatever, then it's all different stuff like Cable and Deadpool, House of M crossover, and everything else like that. Then of course, like I said, got the old Teen Titans, which I paid $10 for this at Borders Books back in the day. I'm sure it's worth a lot more than that now. At least it should be anyway. So let me go ahead and check a couple of things right now. I want to see exactly what the read order is for these House of M books. Okay, so we had House of M number 1 and 2. Okay, so that's a given. So grab those up right now. So we got House of M 1 and 2. Then we had Fantastic Four House of M number 1. Okay. Do I have that in the mix here or not? Got the Spider-Man one for sure. Okay, so you got House of M. Got another Spider-Man House of M. Secrets of House of M. Utopia, Cable. Got the Iron Man. Is that Fantastic Four? Yes, it is. Okay. So you got Fantastic Four, 1 of 3. You got Spider-Man, 1 of 3. You got Iron Man, 1 of 3. And then we had, so that's 5. Then you had, oh, okay, I guess that was considered House of number 3, was the, which one was it here? Yeah, was considered this one right here. So that's number 3. Then you had Hulk, which was think that's in the bottom pack here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, got the Hulk right there. And then it was Uncanny X-Men after that, followed by Mutopia. So let's figure this out now. Followed by Mutopia. Followed by Spider-Man House of M number 2, which would have been right here. And then we had House of M number 4, which would be right here. Followed by Cable and Deadpool. Followed by Hulk, followed by The Pulse, followed by New Mutants, and then we are missing House of M, Fantastic Four number 2 on that one. We're missing Iron Man House of M number 2. We are missing Uncanny X-Men number 463. We are missing House of M number 5, New Thunderbolts. Number 11, Hulk number 85, Mutopia number 2, Spider-Man House of M number 3, Black Panther number 7, New Mutants number 17, Fantastic Four House of M number 3, Iron Man House of M number 3, Exiles number 69, Hulk number 86, Uncanny X-Men 464, Mutopia number 3, Captain America number 10, Exiles number 70, Spider-Man House of M number 4, New Mutants number 18, New X-Men Academy X number 18, Wolverine 33, Uncanny X-Men 465, House of M number 6, Utopia number 4, House of M number 7, Wolverine 34, Exiles 71. I thought we had that one here, suppose, actually. Maybe I'm wrong. New X-Men number 19. Wolverine 35. Spider-Man number 5 for House of M. Then we had House of M number 8. And Decimation House of M the day after number 1 was the last one in the read. It's interesting they don't have Secrets of House of M in this one, or this Pulse thing, or the sketchbook thing. So I'll just leave those ones on the back thing though. So we got, but at least we have the first, what is the issues here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so we have at least the first 15 anyway for the read order, which the entire read order was, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Like 46 to 47 books, basically. So I got like 1/3 in my hands right now. So that's not terrible. It's not great either, for that matter, especially if I don't know where the fuck the rest of them are at, if I even have the rest of them right now. So, yeah. Put this in multiple batches because I'm trying to set them all up once there. But yeah, it's kind of, it is what it is, man. Like I said, not the greatest, not the worst. Someplace in the middle. So, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day on this one. I don't know when I'll be back on the main channel. It'll be at least a week anyway from this dickhead channel strike. So, yeah, I'm not sure exactly when that'll be, but it'll be a while yet. So, not that I really want to be off for that long, but if something breaking happens, it'll hopefully be brought forth on this channel. Then if that be the case. Like if Civil War breaks out or something like that in real life, you'll definitely know about it on this channel, though, for sure. So, but anyway, other than that, though, that's pretty much for the day, man. I'm gonna be, like I said, doing some stuff here, so it'll be and figuring some things out then, and going from there. Basically, is what it is. So, other than that, that's pretty much where we're at for the day right now. So, hope you guys enjoyed this stream, and yeah. I'm going to hopefully be getting rid of some of these comics here at some point in the future, but who knows? It took me a long time to get all those done up for sure, because besides the almost 2 hours here to do it, it was another X amount of time besides that, man, that I had done stuff today. So it's probably another hour or two before this. So yeah, I'm pretty fucking tired right now. So anyway, hopefully we'll be back to tomorrow on E-Honda's channel to do some stuff then and go from there basically. And there's like a bunch of dust on this fucking sleeve on the outside right here. Nasty. Trying to get that off there because I'm going to try to reuse this sleeve at some point in the future for something. Since I got a bunch of comics in at least one of these boxes that are not properly single sleeved is what it is. And I want to make sure those are single sleeved when I sell them off is what it is there. So, but anyway. Other than that, though, it's pretty much where I'm at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll be back, like I said, later tonight. Or not later tonight. Later this week, hopefully with something else. Maybe on this channel. Maybe on somebody else's channel. Probably E-Honda and Company will be doing some stuff on there if that'll be the case. So, try and see if I got my channel strike figured out here or not. So, let's go ahead and find out right now. Where are we at now? My dashboard right now. Now, of course, my appeal was rejected like a minute or two after it got what you call it there. Fucking ridiculous, dude. Such a bunch of shit, dude. And then I can't even see what the fuck it was that was said on there, dude, because it's like, oh, your appeals were rejected. So show me what the fuck it actually was, dickheads. Yeah, bullshit. You look carefully at my fucking thing. You didn't look goddamn thing at it, assholes. What you fuckers did was you literally looked at your bullshit, had your fucking algorithm that hit my fucking shit unconstitutional is what it is there. Take like fucking 1 second to go through it again and be like, oh, yep, that's totally fucking violates our shit now. Fuck y'all, man. Fucking violation of my free speech is what it is, you fucking dickheads. So goddamn sick and tired of it, dude. I'll tell you what, YouTube's going to have a really, really pissed off bunch of autists on their fucking hands very soon, dude. And it's going to be led by my ass at some point in the future when we start class actioning these fuckers for this site in the next couple months to a year or so. For suppression of freedom of speech is what it is there. So, anyway. Yeah, it's a bunch of BS is what it is, dude. So fucking infuriating, man. It really is. It really, really is. So, Anyway. But yeah, my cousin's coming back over tomorrow at some point, so plus I gotta go get something to eat right now at 1 a.m. So I think I'm gonna go make something to eat, start doing some stuff for the game since it just hit 1 a.m. right now. I gotta do my what you call it again on there for the fuck do you call those things now? Bingo. That's what it is. Finish off my bingos, there's what it is, and then do a couple of things here, figure some stuff out. So probably go listen to some horror shit or maybe watch a couple episodes of Orange is the New Black or something like that before I inevitably nod off then. So at least that's my plan right now anyway. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we can do... Let's go ahead and do 4 more of those right now just because. Nice. Got 1 there. 3. Sweet. We just got a full 12, baby. Full board. Hell yeah. Fucking 6,000 worth of shit. Totally worth it. That's what I'm talking about. That'll definitely give us some Ruby money in the future then for sure. So anyway, but yeah, other than that though, that's pretty much where we're at for the day. As always, stay safe, stay vigilant, all that good stuff we always say on the main channel. Because you never know. You never know when people are going to try and fuck you, dude. It might end up being a situation, too, where if I can get a Rumble stream going in the future, we might just do Rumble exclusively then. Because of all this bullshit fuckery. Because I'm sick and tired of being fucked over by fucking unconstitutional assholes in this country, dude. So... They want to sit there and suppress my freedom of speech and my freedom of the press, etc. Because they're a bunch of fucking scumbags. Son of a bitch. I got 2 more chances on this. Motherfucker. Well, I got 10 on the second one there. And basically spent probably way more than I needed to on that one, unfortunately. Bums me out, man. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seriously? Fucking 5 different goes and you fuckers don't give me a damn thing? A bunch of shit, man. 6, 7. Finally on the 7th one. 8, 9. Nothing more. 10 gets 1. 11 gets nothing. 12 gets nothing. 13 gets nothing. And 14 finally gets us a full thing. All right, cool. All right. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. Like I said, I think I'm probably going to take this box of comics there and set it over on the side here for the time being. deal with it later, pretty much. Is what it'll be. Unfortunately, that's going to have to be, because I'm not going to have to deal with a bunch of stupid shit then. Jesus Christ, come on, man. Motherfucker. Only got 7 on this one. Typical bunch of bullshit. Very fucking infuriating. Anyway. Yeah, other than that, though, that's pretty much it for the day, man. YouTube needs to knock it off. What the fucker is what it is. Stop suppressing freedom of speech. Stop trying to fuck with people's channels. Just because you don't like what I have to say doesn't mean I don't have the fucking freedom to say it, assholes. Especially when it wasn't from my content creation, your ass wouldn't be nothing as a fucking site. Same thing with everybody else on the site, dude. If it wasn't for our content creation being used to make money off of us through ad revenue, etc., you wouldn't be a fucking site at all, Google. So go fuck yourselves, you dicks. To everybody else, have a good one, y'all. Later. Peace out.